Hey guys, it's Caleb from Rokblokz. Today up on the lift we have a C5 Corvette. We got a new splash guard fitment for it, so we're going to show you how to install it. So let's get to that install. Here we have your front laid out. What you'll get in your kit is your front splash guard and the hardware to mount. We'll go ahead and put a complete breakdown of the hardware on the screen right now. Here we are at the front of the vehicle. We just went ahead, turned our wheels so we could access the two factory screws. You want to go ahead, remove those. And now installation is as simple as replacing these screws with the provided screws and washers, aligning the flap to the holes, and then we're just going to screw these into the factory points. So let's go ahead, get those tightened up. We're going to take our Phillips head screwdriver and tighten these two screws to where the flap is still barely just loose, but it's snug enough to hold its place. And once we get it there, we'll adjust it and then we'll fully tighten the screws down. Alright, with that just snug, you should be able to move your flap back and forth, get it aligned to where you'd like it. Once it's aligned, go ahead, check the bottom with a level. I usually like to have it on the outer line of the level. That way it gives it a little bit of negative camber and complements the angle of the tire. With that in place, we're going to go ahead and fully secure it. Alright, now with that fully secured, you can repeat those same steps on the other side. Now let's go ahead and jump to the rear. Here we have your rear laid out. What you'll get in your kit is your rear splash guard and your rear mount plate. You'll also get the hardware to mount your splash guard. We'll put a complete breakdown of the hardware on the screen right now. Now we're at the rear of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and take off our rear wheel. It's just going to make it tons easier for you. So now, with the wheel removed, we're going to go ahead and remove these two factory screws that are holding the liner right here. With those removed, now we can install our mounting plate. To install your mounting plate, you'll take your two number 8 screws with washers, and then we're going to start by mounting hole 1 marked on your bracket. We're going to put it so that the etching is facing inside the wheel well, and then you're going to tuck it behind the fender's edge right here, align hole 1, and then we're going to put our screw into there, get it started by hand. And then next we're going to do hole number 2 right here. Also get that started by hand. Now, once you've gotten your bracket into this position, we're going to tighten hole number 2 first, just over here. That's going to mold and conform the bracket. It's got a slot to do so, and we're going to set that like so. And then we'll come here, push our bracket up against it, and secure hole number 1. With hole 1 secured, we now have 4 mounting points to mount our flap, and then it's also going to pinch along this edge and bring everything tight. So let's go ahead, go back out, and we'll install the flap. With the bracket in place, we just prepped our screws on the bench, putting all of the remaining washers on the M6 button heads. We're going to grab a 25mm, one of your longer ones first. We're going to start with the bottom hole. We're going to align that with the bottom hole in the bracket and just go ahead and get that started. Now we'll grab the other 25mm and align that with the second hole, working our way up the fender. Go ahead and get that in. And now for the top two, we're going to take our 16mm button heads with washers, and we're going to go into those two remaining T-nuts. With all four of our screws installed, now we can go ahead, get them just snug, and adjust our flap like we did on the front. We'll check it with a level, and then we'll fully tighten it down. Alright, now we're going to grab our level, check on the bottom. There we go. Set it to our liking, and then we're going to do our final tightening by hand to make sure that we don't over torque or strip any of them out. With those fully tightened down, that's how you install the rear. You can repeat those same steps on the other side. Thanks for watching.